Good morning. Sunday morning.
Happy Sunday. Welcome to Zeducation and welcome to another episode of You Laugh, You Lose. If you are new to this channel and new to this series, the game is simple. If you laugh at anything today, you lose and you have to do a punishment. What is today's punishment? Today's punishment is simple. If you laugh today, you lose and you have to eat that leftover jar of sweet pickles from the 4th of July because I know nobody ate them because they're disgusting. That's what you gotta do. If you accept the terms of today's game, head down and like this video. And if you are new here, please make sure you are subscribed and have the bell clicked for notifications when new videos are uploaded. Now on to today's game. If you laugh, you lose. Go. How I feel saying I'll see to plans I am 100% not attending. Yeah. I mean, you have to respond in some way, right? Yeah, you know, you gotta be thankful for the invitation though, right? What has less value than a penny? The same penny tomorrow. Inflation. Can we insert that chart? The value of a dollar from like 1913 till now? Just down, 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 down. It's just going down, 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 and it always will. Unless, of course, we have deflation. And that could be even worse than inflation. But anyways, great meme here. Share this one. How to be happy. Lowball Facebook Marketplace. You got to be careful because if you're in a small community, then like you get known as that person. It's like, I don't do business with that person because that's all they do. They just try to get a deal. They try to swindle people, you know? They try to lowball until someone accepts it. Kentucky man known as Cowboy Cody was arrested after allegedly unleashing a raccoon into a bar after he was turned away. I need more. I need more information on this. Was this a rabid raccoon? What's the whole story here? Sometimes I wonder if my recorded call has ever been used for training or quality purposes. That actually is something to think about. Like every time you call your bank, every time you call customer service for anything, you hear that message, right? And you're like, I don't care. Just, yes, I agree to it. Just fix my problem, please. So yeah, maybe you've been part of training. You never know. In the 70s, I grew up in a house where we wheeled the dishwasher and hooked it up to the faucet. What? That's a thing? Where did you store it? It looks like you put a little countertop, little butcher block on top, which is good. You know, then you have some use for it when you're not actually using it. But anyone here, did you have this? Interesting. I didn't know that. I learned something today. Cheating on an exam by memorizing everything the professor taught in advance so I can easily answer all the questions. Nice. Nice hack. It's really the only hack, for being honest. The breathtaking mountains of eastern Tennessee. Wait, where is this one? Or is that western Tennessee? Because there's the one in Memphis, right? That's like on the border of Tennessee and Arkansas, right? Am I wrong? I think that's right. Regardless. Yeah, beautiful mountains they have in Tennessee. Women in period costume facing away. Is this, yeah, this must be a thing. Does anyone have a book by them? Do you have a book like this? It's like a common cover, I guess. I don't know. How old are y'all? I remember when Blackberries were more popular than iPhones. I don't ever remember any of my friends having a Blackberry. Maybe a couple. I remember the first kid to have an iPhone. It was insane. Everyone was like, what is that? No, it wasn't even an iPhone. It was an iPad. It was an iPad. Or not an iPad, an iPod. Sorry, an iPod. Most of my friends, we got phones in like 10th grade, 11th grade. And we had razors. That was the cool thing. Razors, and then it had you slipped the phone up and it had every letter. There was like a keyboard. My parents' tax dollars. My tax dollars destroying my parents' tax dollars. That's not funny because it's true. Yeah, no, that's actually messed up, dude, but it's true. My son-in-law cut a piece of brownie for himself. We are debating if he stays in the will. You know what? That's a son-in-law. That's enough of everybody's crap. He gave up trying a long time ago. He's just like, oh, you know what? I'll try for my wife. I'll give it a shot. He did that for a couple years and finally said, you know what? Screw it. I'm there for me now. Okay? I'm going to enjoy whatever I can in this weekend. And that will give me joy 100% of the time. I'll do it. That's good right there. I like this. Will, schmill, pill, who cares about the will? When you aren't ready to replace your dead bushes from the snowstorm and the HOA gives you a violation, you spend $4.98. Good as new. It feels a little bit like a waste of money. Just a little bit. Just get a shovel. Dig it up, right? You have to do it at some point anyways. So, and screw the HOA. You know what? If you're doing it as a middle finger to the HOA, then I approve. Finally, I'm in a relationship. You guys see that documentary yet? The Poop Cruise? No, anyone? I just found out at the end of that documentary, which is a wild, wild show. If you have not seen it, highly recommend. Sounds like a nightmare vacation. But anyways, they renamed that ship the Sunrise. And I found out that my family took that ship last fall. So they went on the Poop Cruise last fall. If you've been on the Sunrise, you've been on the Poop Cruise. Netflix waiting for the conflict to end so they can make a movie about a black Iranian guy who falls in love with a transgender Israeli soldier. It's in the works already. That conflict will never end. It's been going on forever, and it probably will never end. But they're just going to go ahead with it anyways. Netflix is what they do. Tell me you are from the Midwest without telling me you are from the Midwest. Oh, yeah. I mean, driving down the road, holding up traffic. But it is what it is. You can't get mad at those guys. They have no other option. They got to ride on the road. Mail is crazy because it's like 99 pieces of actual trash and then one that if you don't respond, you go to prison. A lot of junk mail. A lot of trash out there. Obviously, those people who send out the junk mail, that it must work if they're printing all that off, packaging it up, and sending it, spending that money. Someone's biting on the junk mail. I don't know who. When you spray air freshener after going to the bathroom and now it smells like lavender. Dude wipes in the background. Don't flush those, by the way. I heard you're not supposed to flush anything but toilet paper. And yeah, sometimes those scents, they're just not... Yeah, we have a lot of poop jokes here right now. This is disgusting. Yes, I'd like a wake-up call. If you don't like America, you can always go back to Somalia. That's actually a great meme and also a good message that she needs to hear because she's constantly crying about how awful this place is. This place that put her in Congress. She is in a powerful seat. One of the most powerful people in the world if you're in United States Congress. And constantly bashing this country. It's wild. Wild. Great meme. Everyone remembers hearing the rumor about that one kid that tried soda and Pop Rocks at the same time. It ain't a rumor. I knew that kid. Keyword, knew. Don't be doing that. You got new Rocket Man. That's not true. This is an old meme. Let's keep it in here because it was good. But yeah, that Rocket Man and Trump don't like each other anymore. If you don't pay attention to the news, which I hope you don't, yeah, they're not mending fences anytime soon. I don't think that's ever gonna happen again. What is this? Don't touch going to Outback tonight. Oh, it's great. The 608s, dude. You gotta make them things sparkle before you go into Outback. Hard times, great memes. Good times, weak memes. Hard times, great memes. The memes are always the best when the times are the hardest. That's a fact. So, but there's memes at every point throughout the news cycle, throughout time, and we will be there to disperse the memes. Always share the memes. Follow me for more summer tips. Okay. All right. If you have one of those newer cars, they usually have the AC in the seats, but you could do this too, I guess. Got served steak and lobster today. We are cooked. That's what they say. If you're in the military, whatever branch you are, if you are at the dining facility, the chow hall, and they are serving you steak and lobster, you are getting deployed soon. It is what it is. They're trying to butter you up before they give you the bad news. Free straw with any drink. Thank you. It better not be one of those paper straws. You're sitting there poisoning us with all that glue that melts from them into your drink. AI will take over the world. AI, results for salmon in a river. There are... ChatGPT is pretty good sometimes. Grok is okay, but they are off pretty heavily, a lot, those AI bots. So I think we're a few years away, but at some point it'll happen, man. Customer, I just came for the tire change. Mechanic, yeah, but you desperately need new brake. Look, buddy, I didn't come here to get ripped off. Just change the tires. All right, have fun driving home. Sign this waiver, sign this liability that I informed you that you needed new brakes when you check your altcoin portfolio. Dude, I've been saying for what, 5 years now? Megan, you can confirm. I've been hammering my fist on the table about Bitcoin, not just as an investment, but as a world-changing technology. Hammering my fist, saying Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. But I have been cautioning those of you that have listened about altcoins. Don't gamble. Don't do it. You look like Elmer's glue. I don't know who that is, but that's wildly accurate. Wildly accurate. Yeah. No, you look like Elmer's glue. Asked my roommate why there was a Frisbee in the dishwasher, and it turns out that for months he thought it was a side plate. I don't blame him. I'm honestly wondering now, do I have some Frisbees in my cabinet? I think we might. I'm not even kidding. All right then. Well, I guess you got a twofer. You got to have a Frisbee and a side plate. You can use it as both. 41 years ago, Daniel LaRusso robbed Johnny Lawrence of the trophy with an illegal front kick. Never forgets. My dad should have won. He should have won the championship. LaRusso robbed him. Not even robbed, scammed him. William Zebka is the real hero of that movie. We all know that. How different branches avoid IEDs? Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines. Dumb. So dumb. Accurate, though. Kind of accurate. It really is. Does Wendy still do the 444? My dude, would you like to buy a vowel? What they said. Pat Sajak. Yeah. No, do they do the 444? There's no way. That's probably been dead for, what, 10 years? There's no way they can make money off that now. Going out to mow this week when it's finally dry enough. Man, that's Minnesota. It has been like nonstop rain this summer. Every day there's a chance of storms. Nonstop. So you're telling me the world looks like this and I'm supposed to work a 9 to 5 until I'm 65? You don't have to. You can be like that guy in the sailboat. Did you see that? Sailing with Phoenix, I think his name is, the Instagram. He's got like 2 million followers now, but he quit his 9 to 5 and decided to sail from Oregon to Hawaii and like became super famous for it. So you could do that like he did. You can. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. You don't want to be doing that too long. Everyone knows their car more than anyone else. Sometimes you can let that go for like another 50 miles. Sometimes you can let it go for 5. You got to know your car. So I guess the lesson is you have to let it run out of gas one time to find out, okay? Just do it next to a gas station. Dr. Pupper. Look at this poor dog, man. What are you doing to him? Get that off of him. Animal rights activists are going to be emailing me now because of this meme. The skunks got divorced. She took every cent he had. Took the stinker too? Oh, you hate to see it. Showed my wife. She was not impressed. Can I get some love? Look at that. That's a phenomenal mow pattern right there. I got to know, do you have rollers on your mower or was that natural? It just did that with each pass going the opposite direction. Because on baseball fields, you have the rollers to make those patterns, to bend the grass a certain way. But if this was natural, that's a talent. And I appreciate that. Big time. God creates man. Man creates lasagna. God, now that's what I'm talking about. Now that's what I'm talking about. Making great things, spreading cheer, spreading joy, spreading the message of Jesus in lasagna. That's what it's all about. It's been 30 years, and I still can't forgive them for this mistake. Well, you're in luck. There's a town about 10 miles back that way. We'll catch our break one day, Lloyd. Anyone? Anyone? What's that movie from? It's a lot better than Princess Bride. It is. It is. When you're holding in a fart until the elevator is full. Hold. Hold. No! That's so messed up. Franz at Franz Poe. Shame on you. Yeah, shame on you. That was good. That was good. 90s comedy. 2020's reality. Can't make it up, man. It's like the simulator people, whoever's controlling the simulation, they're taking things from the past and they're like, let's see if they notice, you know? Seems like it. Imagine paying $200K to a college that taught you this is a woman. People do it. They're still doing it. I know, it's mind-boggling. Tell me you thought it was cool I went to space. Katie, you're hurting me. Tell me, and I'll let go. Oh my gosh. Dude, look at this. What is going on in this photo? She is she's about to tear her arm off. Katie, it wasn't cool. It was one of the most cringy things we've seen since that lady breakdancing in the Olympics, which wasn't that long ago. So, I mean, yeah, it's pretty cringy. 1990, 2025. Somewhat accurate. I'd say when you get into your metropolitan areas, yes, the concrete jungles. When you get outside of there, especially here in Minnesota, that's not the case. But yeah, when you've got 2 seconds to wipe before everyone in Starbucks sees you with your pants down. Oh, yeah. You got to take your kid to the bathroom and then it's your turn. You're trying to go while they're in there. Yeah, that's a bad idea. Bring the kid out with your significant other, grandma, grandpa, whoever's with you, and then go back in. Due to recent events, Bigfoot discussions are no longer permitted on the patio. I have to hear the story behind this. Does anyone know where this is? If whoever wrote this and made this sign is out there, email me. I gotta know. You can't un-Mountain Dew what's already been Mountain done. It's your philosophy of the day. Truer words have never been spoken. Yeah, it looks like your roof is good for another 50K miles. It would work. If that's all you got, it would work. I don't know what the weight is with those. It could be a lot of weight, a lot of extra weight there, but if it works, man, whatever. The beginning of the end. Stop hiring humans. The era of AI employees is here. I feel like we're just at the start here. Just at the start, AI is going to take a lot of jobs. Yeah, they are. Shopping. What she sees, what he sees. If you get dragged into that, make sure your phone has a full charge. This is why they made cell phones, actually, smartphones. So guys could sit down and have something to do. Could take a book with you too, but a full-face swimming mask designed to protect women's skin from the sun in the 1920s. If that's real, which it kind of looks like it is, how did they go through the entire 20th century making all these scary movies, all these horror films, and not use this as one of the villain's masks? Look at that! That should be a villainous mask, and it's not. We got robbed. You can just put PhD next to your name. No one checks. Reminds me of Jill Biden. Jill Biden's a great doctor. She cured thousands of people. Nothing prepared you for the absolute heartbreak trying to play Halo 3 and seeing this. Oh, it's the worst. And you spent like all of your summer money, at least a month worth, a lot of your wage buying that thing, buying the games, buying an extra controller, buying a headset. And then that happens. They should have had some sort of like refund on that, I think. PewDiePie is no longer in YouTube's top 10 most subscribed channels after 12 years. He already won at life. Being number one on the website is worthless to him now. Yeah, you know, he's still making videos too, and they all get like 2, 3, 4 million views. He's doing it at his own pace. He's got a wife, a kid now. He lives in Japan. He won a long time ago. So, one of the pioneers of YouTube. You gotta appreciate him to some degree for sure. When the baby falls asleep on you and you try to move them to the crib, ooh, that is a ticking time bomb. You gotta be careful. Because once they get up from that little short nap, like if they fell asleep in the car or something, if they wake up from that snooze on the way to their crib, for some reason they just stay up for like an hour. It's hard to get them back down. Love Island this, Love Island that. Let me know when they make a hate island. Then we're talking. It's called C-SPAN. It's on 24/7. Fake environmentalism, real environmentalism. Yeah. The data behind those windmills, they produce some power, obviously, but there's a lot of energy that goes into making them. So there's a great meme right here. Knowledge is power. I hope that's a real tattoo. I really do. Just made about 15 servings of the worst pasta I have ever had in my entire life. Looks like, well, that's a lot of, what is it, a whole pound of pasta maybe? Is that 15 servings? Yeah, it might be 2 pounds of pasta at least. Did you use that vodka sauce? I don't know about that stuff. Some people love it. Robert Stack refused to narrate anything unless it was 3 a.m., foggy, and behind a Red Lobster dumpster. What was it? Unsolved Mysteries, right? I think. Iconic show. Ace of Spades. Space of AIDS. It's not funny. It's not funny, guys. Democrats. Red states. The state they just ruined. Ooh. That's why I'm really worried about Tennessee. If you've ever been to Nashville or Austin, Florida's very safe. I think Florida's pretty safe. But a lot of people are fleeing to those cities. Going to Nevada, going to Las Vegas. See you buy 0% income tax. I'm sure at some point. So, but it is true. Very accurate. Sad. Very sad. How the Dairy Queen workers look at you after flipping your Blizzard upside down. It's like, I'm doing this because I have to. Now, don't pretend I didn't do it, and don't tell my manager, here, I did it. There you go. Here's your Blizzard. You might be old, but are you old enough to remember moon shoes? I do remember those commercials. It was plastered all over like Nickelodeon and Disney. We never got those, though. We never got to experience that joy. Did anyone here experience that joy? Look at that. Those are so cool. Which one is better? A plastic cup of water or a paper cone of water? Bro, I promise you the paper cup is going to be the best sip of water of your life. For some reason it does. It tastes amazing. I don't know why. I can't explain it either, but it is phenomenal. Reality dating show idea. Liberal feminist women who want to free Palestine are sent to live with a Muslim man in the Middle East for 6 months. I would watch that all day long. Dude, how is this not a show? I'm all for this. Let's fund this. Someone put together the crew and let's fund this. Let's make this happen. How'd you do in today's game? Did you laugh at all? If you did, you lose. You gotta eat that sweet jar of pickles. Yuck. Nasty, I know. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not. You shouldn't have laughed. Let me know how you did down in the comments. While you're down there, please like this video. Please help us get it recommended to others. That's it for today's game. Until next time, I'm Tyler Zed, and this is Zeducation.
Are you willing to support veterans organizations?
Idiots.